Well, a narcotics investigation leads to an arrest in Danville, and the medical marijuana bill heads to the Senate. We've got all those details, plus much more, right here on Live at 5. But first, in our lead story of the day, an ex-supervisor at a federal prison in Kentucky was found guilty of fabricating reports to hide 2 inmates' assaults by correctional officers. After a 6-day trial, Kevin Pierce, a former Federal Bureau of Prisons lieutenant, was found guilty on 2 charges of obstruction. Pierce, 38, was a former supervisor at the federal prison in Big Sandy. His sentencing is set for July 5th, and he faces up to 20 years in prison. According to testimony given at trial, Pierce was supervising 2 prison officers when they pepper sprayed and kicked an inmate in the head in 2021. According to a statement from the U.S. Department of Justice, the 2 guards, Samuel Patrick and Clinton Pauley, testified throughout the trial that they attacked the prisoner for approaching his cell too slowly. Both stated that the prisoner was not a threat, but the Justice Department claims that Pierce filed a report claiming the prisoner was violent and omitting the fact that the prisoner had been kicked while lying on the ground. According to prosecution testimony, the 2 guards assaulted another prisoner just 1 month later who had requested Pierce's protection from other prisoners. The convict was repeatedly assaulted in the head and body by the 2 guards, and Pierce afterwards falsely reported that the inmates returned to the cell without further incident. In May, Patrick and Pauley were charged with violating victims' constitutional rights while working as law enforcement officers. Both individuals entered into plea deals with the prosecution in February after testifying during Pierce's trial. Pierce's sentencing is expected in June. Well, a narcotics investigation by the Boyle County Sheriff's Office resulted in the arrest of a man Tuesday. Deputies say they seized about 2 ounces of methamphetamine and heroin, as well as numerous baggies, cash, and other drug paraphernalia materials. After serving a search warrant at the Burton Circle residence, deputies also reported finding 3 minors inside that home. Chad Kurtzinger, 46, of Danville, was charged with the following: first-degree trafficking in a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance heroin, third-degree unlawful transaction with a minor, endangering the welfare of a minor, drug paraphernalia, and possession of marijuana. Well, the legalization of medical marijuana is once again in the spotlight of Kentucky legislative sessions. Senate Bill 47, which seeks to decriminalize marijuana for specific medical purposes, is currently on its way to the full Senate. With more on the story, here's WBON TV's Gage Hill.
The state of Kentucky is surrounded by 7 states. As of March 2023, only 2 of those states, Indiana and Tennessee, have not fully legalized the use of medical cannabis. Despite hemp being removed from the controlled substances list following the passing of the 2018 Farm Bill, medical cannabis is still not fully legalized in Kentucky. However, all that could change now that Senate Bill 47 has advanced to the full Senate. Advocates of medical marijuana point to its use resulting in the decline of opioid overdoses. On June 13, 2022, the Commonwealth of Kentucky reported 2,250 drug overdose-related deaths in 2021, a 14.5% increase from 2020. In November 2022, Governor Andy Beshear signed an executive order allowing qualifying Kentuckians to purchase less than 8 ounces of medical marijuana outside of the state for personal use. In the executive order, Beshear cited a poll that suggested 90% of Kentucky adults support the legalization of medical marijuana. SB 47 was passed by the Senate Committee on Licensure and Occupations with a bipartisan 8-3 vote. Sandra Marlowe, a former athlete who is now living with ALS, was present at the meeting to show support for legalization. Marlowe is now confined to a wheelchair and has to speak with the assistance of a computer.
I ask that my days be as comfortable as possible with access to the THC tincture that is the only thing that gives me relief. For the sake of those who suffer, please vote to pass this bill.
SB 47 now heads to the full Senate where, if advanced, will have only days to be approved by the House. For WBON Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage, for that story, where the University of the Cumberlands has reached a settlement with the family of Grant Brace. Brace was a member of the men's wrestling team that passed away August 31st of 2020, a few hours after an on-campus workout. The settlement includes monetary payments exceeding $14 million. The university's agreement to engage in a heat illness training project to be conducted by nationally recognized experts in the field. Promotion of the Brace family's ongoing work to help raise awareness of heat-related injuries were also part of the settlement. In a statement released by the college today, the university says it believed it could defend the claims asserted by the lawsuit, but the legal process would have been long, difficult, and costly, ending years from now in a trial with an uncertain outcome. The university says it made the decision to settle the case now in a manner it hopes will respect the Brace family's tremendous loss. Well, a former pet monkey is now staying at a Jessamine County primate sanctuary. Bodie Kelly, a wildlife rehabber, said someone who had kept the long-tailed macaw as a pet had brought them to him. Kentucky law prohibits keeping primates as pets. Kelly then reached out to the Primate Rescue Center in Jessamine County. They picked up Ted the macaw in Lexington. Ellen Delare, the executive director of the center, says they will determine whether Ted should remain with them in their group or be transferred to another primate facility where he might join other groups. He's got a sweet face there. Well, on Friday, March the 10th, Ignite North Future Business Leaders of America, FBLA members, and their advisors traveled to Eastern Kentucky University to attend the annual Region 6 FBLA conference. Students have the opportunity to compete in various business-related events. The conference gives students the opportunity to gain leadership and competition experience. First place finishes International Business, Xavier McLaren and Kyle Williams. Social Media Strategies, Allison Hornsby, JoJo Pointer, and Haley Smallwood. Sports and Entertainment Management, Josh Jennifer and Will Whiteliff. Talent Show, Marley Burford and Lauren Funk. UX Design, Elena McKnight. These winners will compete in April at the Galt House in Louisville while attending the FBLA State Conference. First, second, and third place winners at the state conference will be eligible to travel to Atlanta, Georgia to attend the National FBLA Conference in June. With that, we're going to take a quick break. A little bit warmer out there today. We've got weather coming up right after this.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
If you've dreamed of a job where you can help keep your family and community safe while planning for the future, then you need to check out the Fayette County Detention Center.
We're starting out $20 an hour. We have 8 paid holidays, 120 hours of sick time and vacation time a year. When you work a holiday, you actually make double pay. Our retirement is at 25 years. If you start out at 21, you'll be fully retired at 46, 25, fully retired at 50. Fayette County Detention Center is an amazing place to work.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Row Tribe.
Now is the perfect time to apply for seasonal positions with Richmond Parks and Rec. Positions include Adventure Falls manager and workers, Paradise Cove managers and workers for the front desk and concessions, summer camp director and workers, umpires and scorekeepers for the adult softball season, and seasonal maintenance. Positions are also available for lifeguarding. To apply for those positions, email hiring@bluegrasspools.com. For our other positions, visit richmond.ky.us or find Parks and Rec on social media at Richmond KY Parks.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
It's that time again. Time to pick your bracket in the Madness of March Bracket Challenge. Presented by 100.7 The Coyote, Bishop Small Engine Repair, and Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond. It's free to play, and you could win up to $50,000. Plus, we're giving away a big 60-inch flat screen TV for the best bracket locally. To play, go to WCYOFM.com to pick your bracket.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. Nice to see some sunshine out there today. Very cold this morning. I'd like to see a little bit warmer temperatures. We've got Todd Nelson in the Weather Center. Todd, what are we looking at for the rest of the week?
Thanks, Gwendolyn, and welcome back to the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center. Wanted to share a picture, of course, from West Virginia, Tucker County in the eastern part of the state, and picking up some fresh snowfall this week, and that is actually being seen on the visible satellite imagery from earlier today, actually melting, as you can see that white kind of shrinking. But closer to home, chilly today. Temperatures running about 5 to 10 degrees below average, but noticing kind of a green hue across the region. The visible satellite picking up that green from nearly 23,000 miles above the Earth's surface, and according to the National Phenology Network, the spring leaf has already commenced across much of the Ohio Valley, and that spring leaf index is nearly 2 weeks earlier than it typically happens around the Commonwealth. So that's kind of interesting. But tonight it will be chilly. We are expecting to see temperatures down around the freezing mark by midnight tonight, and then waking up to some frosty conditions. In fact, a little bit farther east and certainly through the valleys, some of those temperatures could be dropping down into the 20s. So expect a frosty night tonight, milder and breezy into Thursday. We will be about 5 degrees above average tomorrow, and then turning wet and windy into Friday. But again, other than being chilly tonight with those frosty weather conditions in the morning, it will be rather quiet. The clouds are going to be thickening up through the day Thursday. Again, tomorrow will be milder and breezy. And Thursday night into Friday, here comes those rain chances, a little bit heavier during the morning on Friday. And again, through the day Friday, there could be a total of maybe a quarter to a half an inch of total rainfall. But as I mentioned, Thursday, the winds are going to be picking up out of the southwest around 20-25 miles per hour. And temperatures topping out near that low 60 mark with increasing clouds. Those temperatures again will be about 5 to 10 degrees above average, and then cooler on Friday with rain, and then trending much cooler, Gwendolyn, as we head into the weekend.
Thanks, Todd. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, a program in Mount Sterling aims to demolish dilapidated houses. The city is off to a great start in gradually eliminating problem houses that have been a pain in the sides of first responders and local leaders, thanks to some first grant cash to get the program started back in 2019. A total of 18 homes have been demolished by the city, while 7 more have either been purchased and renovated or demolished willingly by the owner. Al Botts, the mayor, expressed his pride in the efforts being made to raise the caliber and vitality of those neighborhoods. Well, a human trafficking suspect in Kentucky has been detained. The London Police Department reports that on Sunday night, after stopping Sean Smith, 35, for having a cracked windshield, police took him into custody. According to London Police, Smith was sought after in a Harlan County investigation involving human trafficking. They detained Smith on a suspicion of violating an emergency protection order, engaging in human trafficking, and driving while his license was revoked or suspended. The Richmond Police Department is seeking your help in locating this individual. Officer Faulkner at the RPD is looking to question this individual in regard to a theft investigation. If you know this man or have any information on his whereabouts, you are asked to contact Officer Faulkner. You can reach him at efaulkner@richmond.ky.us, or you can also call 859-624-4776. Well, according to the Fayette County Public School spokesperson Lisa DeFendel, a student was hit by a car while crossing the street on Winburn Drive Tuesday morning. The student was injured and taken to a nearby hospital, though the extent of those injuries was not disclosed. The incident occurred at approximately 8:40 a.m. Officials did not say whether the driver would face charges. Well, the Kentucky Senate has passed a House bill to outlaw so-called gray machines, which resemble slot machines. The bill passed in a 29-6 vote. Supporters of the games argue there is a degree of input that makes them skill games and not gambling. A similar bill narrowly failed last year, but this year's House voted it through 2-1. The bill now heads to the governor's desk. Well, the Kentucky State Police KSP Electronic Crime Branch arrested Trevor H. McLeese, 19, on a charge related to child sexual abuse material. McLeese was arrested as a result of an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. The KSP Electronic Crime Branch began the investigation after discovering the suspect communicating with a juvenile online. Equipment used to facilitate the crime was seized and taken to the KSP's forensic laboratory for examination. McLeese was charged with 1 count of use of a minor under the age of 16 in a sexual performance. The use of a minor under the age of 16 in a sexual performance is a Class B felony, punishable by 10 to 20 years in prison. McLeese is lodged in the Fleming County Jail. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got sports coming up right after this.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program works to protect our waterways from pollution and to help citizens with stormwater runoff and flooding. Stormwater is the rain and snow that runs off rooftops, roads, sidewalks, and other surfaces that cannot absorb water, which affects water quality. The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program is dedicated to helping its citizens understand what stormwater is and its impacts on our watersheds and waterways. For more info, visit buildrichmondky.com and click on the Stormwater tab.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. Spring sports officially begin tonight for the local softball and baseball teams, and Michael and the crew will be live in Berea for the Madison Southern versus Madison Central softball game. With the details on the big matchup tonight, here's Michael with sports.
Thanks, Corinne. That's right. Our live coverage of high school softball season will begin tonight when Madison Central heads south to face Madison Southern in the first game of the season for each team. In two meetings last year, the Indians won both games, outscoring Southern 24-2 in the two games, including a 15-0 win in 3 innings in the district tournament.
Back for Madison Central. Here comes the 1-1. Ison squares around a bunt and sliding in safe at first. How about the play call there as Lady Indians get the bunt down perfectly, sliding in easily as heck as there was not even a chance to apply the tag. 2 hits, but this one is hit hard into right center field. Will get down and roll all the way to the wall. And Gilbert will round first and head for second as Metcalf comes in to score. Only 2 hits on the season, but Brooklyn Gilbert delivers one there. And the 1-1. Hit hard into the right center field. Eastep can't get to it. 1 run comes in. Ison will drive in a pair, and it's quickly 6-0 Madison Central. Kaler at third. At second base, Calico, the courtesy runner for Linton. Goss, the 1-1. Hit hard in the left center field. That one is back, and gone! Metcalf, home run number 7 on the season. A 3-run shot over the left center field wall, almost directly into center field as Metcalf shows off the power. It's now a 10-0 lead, Madison Central.
Southern, however, won the previous 6 meetings in the series, including outscoring Central 22-2 in 3 games in 2021. First pitch tonight is set for 5:30 as the preseason 15th ranked Madison Central Lady Indians hit the road to face in-county rival Madison Southern. That isn't the only softball action tonight. The Berea Lady Pirates will be in action as well. They will be traveling over to Garrett County for their season opener. While in baseball action, Madison Central opens up their season at Somerset tonight, and Berea baseball will also be on the road at Sayre. We don't want you to forget about the WCYO 100.7 The Coyote Bracket Challenge. The madness gets underway tomorrow, and you don't want to miss a chance on all the free cash and other prizes available. Sign up now just by going to WCYOFM.com and click on the banner that says Bracket Challenge, then make your picks. See if your picks can beat mine, Dawson's, or any of the sports crew. And don't forget about the softball game tonight, going live as soon as the newscast is over here on WBON TV. That's it for sports. Before we send it back over to Grin, let's take our final commercial break, and we'll be right back on your WBON TV Live at 5 newscast.
WBON TV 9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV 9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV 9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel. Available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. Drivers who use Kentucky 1411, that is South Fork Road in Lee County, should be prepared to use an alternate route. That is for tomorrow, Thursday, March the 16th. That road is going to be closed at mile point 1.6 for the replacement of a drainage pipe. That work is scheduled to begin around 8 a.m. and they expect to be completed about 4 tomorrow afternoon. There will be no marked detour. Drivers can use Kentucky 11 or Kentucky 30 through Boonville as an alternate route to bypass that work location. In case of inclement weather, the project will be postponed until another suitable date. We'll keep you up to date here on that. Well, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's Wanted Wednesday with the KSP. Taking a look at our first candidate today is Ashley Harmon. Ashley Wayne Harmon, 33 years old, is wanted for failing to appear in court for auto theft. He also has charges of burglary and violence and drug use charges. He is 5'8" with green eyes, and you can see a picture up there of Ashley W. Harmon there on your screen. If you know his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Moorhead Post of the Kentucky State Police. Wanted Wednesday, number 2, Mark Crow. Mark Crow is 48 years old. He is wanted for possession of drug paraphernalia and DUI. Mark Crow is 6'2" with blue eyes. He is wanted by the KSP Post in Elizabethtown. You can contact them at 270-766-5078. Again, that was our Wanted Wednesday contenders for today. Thanks so much for joining us today on Live at 5. Have a wonderful afternoon. We've got a softball game that Michael mentioned a little bit earlier today. That is Southern versus Central softball. That is at Southern. If you want to watch, you can head on over to our Facebook and YouTube channels. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you right back here tomorrow, Live at 5.